another episode of More to Live For. Doing something different today. Starting a new segment that I've been working on for a while. Fathers of Autism, just a different perspective from a black father. Just raising more awareness. Let's get into it.
Do it.
First of all, man, I appreciate you, man, for reaching out and helping me put this together, man. Like, it's something I've been working on for a long time, and I think we on the right track.
Yeah, man, we are,
something
man.
big,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Something big. First off, man, appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Definitely,
What's going
man.
on? What's going on?
Definitely, man. If you want to, man, introduce yourself.
What's going on, world? My name is Darren Smith. From Green County. Grew up in Snow Hill. Just young, young brother out here trying to do good things out here, and just everyday guy. That's about it.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you, man. Definitely, man. So what I did, man, I composed a list of questions, man, that I think people might want to know, and these same questions are questions that I kind of want to answer, that I really was like asking myself. Like nobody really asked me these questions,
Right.
so it's like I want to know the answer, but I also want to answer them too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I understand.
So with that being said, the first question is, how old were you when you first heard of autism?
I would say I was probably maybe mid-20s. I'd say about 24, 25 before I actually heard the term, like, commonly known as autism. I say about 24, 25.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking high school, I never heard the term at all. So
right.
I'm thinking about mid-20s, 24, 25.
Yeah, I was somewhere up in that age. I'm going to say probably like 20, probably like 21 or 22. This probably was like 06, 07. But at the time, I was working with somebody, and I heard him say it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was trying to explain it to me, but I still really didn't catch what he was saying.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And it's like, the older I get, and especially having two autistic sons, it's like, I'm looking at autism now like it's something that's always been around. It's just that we didn't, it didn't have a name when we were coming up.
No, I didn't.
But I'm like, this is something that's always been around.
Right. Okay, and now that I think about it, you know what I'm saying, I remember going to school with certain people, and I was like, considered, a special class. And I'm like, not that bad. So, I don't see why they would be, that. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Definitely, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
My next question is, how old was your son when he got diagnosed?
I'm gonna say Jules was. I'm gonna say about 16 months. I'm gonna say it's about a year and a half.
Okay.
Year and a half. Yeah.
All right. Like I said, I got two sons, and both of them on the spectrum. My oldest son is 13; he'll be 14 in May. And with him, it was like we found out probably, I want to say like somewhere a little after his third birthday. We found out about it because I got a good friend. You might know him, OJ Harris. You might know him. Shout out to Juice, man. But he has his son is like probably like 20 days older than my son.
Oh wow, okay.
And being that we were in the same neighborhood, like we already hung together, so naturally, we literally were pushing strolls around the neighborhood.
Oh,
so
wow.
that's type of vibe we had.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's
So
dope.
but I say that to say that I was like, we going through everything together.
Sure.
Like he telling me his son doing X, Y, Z. I'm telling him my son doing X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? But like once it got to like after that like first year or whatever, like that's when I started notice. I was like, Dad, such and such son doing that already. Like my son ain't doing this and that. So like I had little like ideas in the back of my mind, but like I didn't, you know what I mean? Like I don't know what it's called. Like I don't know what to say. Only thing I can say is like just different. And it's kind of go back to what I said earlier about like how I think it was around when we were younger.
Yeah,
but that's kind of like how it was referred to, like somebody just being different.
Exactly,
you know what I mean? So
like
we didn't really know. So like that's how I was looking. Like back then, this probably was like my oldest son born in 2008, so this probably was like
2007.
10 when I started seeing, you know
Right,
what I mean, stuff.
right,
So I'm like,
right.
so like by the time he was 3.5, 4, so this like 2011. Like I'm taking him to the doctor, just do like regular well visit, and I say something to them like, how do I know if he has ADHD? That's what I'm thinking, cause like I know like all children with autism are different, but like one sign that I seen like it's like some of them, you know, like with I ain't gonna say some of them, but like with autism, a lot of people have ADHD with it.
Right.
So
right.
I was really only seeing that with my, you know what I mean, with my oldest son, that, and then not knowing, because I ain't know nothing about it.
Right,
so
right.
I'm seeing that, so I'm thinking that, okay, he might just have ADHD. I need to go do something about it. So, but when I go to the doctor, they tell me about autism.
Oh, wow.
And that's like,
wow.
and like,
Oh, man.
it kind of came back. I'm like, all right, I remember hearing this word, but like, I really don't know. And then, like, when I started, like, this was probably like 2011, like 12. But I, you know, when I got it in black and white, what it was.
Right, exactly.
But I didn't like start like seeing other people with it, or like going back, you know, like remembering, like I wonder was that, or, you know what I mean, like that.
I did the same thing.
So that was different, you know.
Yeah.
But with my youngest son, it was like I said, he was doing, somehow he was doing the things that my oldest son wasn't doing when he was, like, you remember how I said my youngest son, my oldest son, and
Your
my good friend, like
homeboy,
I'm seeing his son do something. My son's not doing that yet.
Right.
With my youngest son, it's like he was doing that.
Oh, wow.
So, but you know, out of nowhere,
so
it just started. It just started declining. He's doing, you know, less talking. You know, and like he doesn't really have a problem making eye contact with people, or whatever. But like I started seeing like little signs of that, or whatever. Then like me and his mom, we was like, I think we need to go get him tested, or whatever.
And that kind of was the opposite with me, because my son, like, he was very sociable. You know, it even got to the point where he would just come up to almost anybody. Like, if you was just in the house sitting down, like, he would come up to you, he would look at you, he'll just try to interact with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's even times now, you know, he'd be 5 in November, but it's even times now, like, we would take him somewhere and we walking down the aisle. He sees my hi.
Right,
you know, just hi. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, and you know, usually people would say hi, look cutie. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be cool, but you know, my son was the opposite. His social skills was cool. Like he didn't mind looking at you. That.
My oldest son, like when it's like once I found out what it was, and basically got it in black and white, it's like he never like had a problem being social. It was like, if anything, it was kind of like he was like I said, like I was thinking more along the lines of ADHD, you know, and it was kind of like it's kind of like, all right, just, you know, just a little hyper, and then the fact that
that's how they
he was so big for his
when we were
age.
young.
Yeah,
That's how we
like
grew up into that. We grew up into that. You know, he's hyper. You know, the Ritalin. And, you know, all the ADHD. Yeah, that's kind of how we was fed it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? In our era, shall you say?
Yeah.
In our time.
That's you're right. Exactly right. So I was looking at it like that, you know, and then after a while, you know, I started, you know, understanding what it was, but like he never really, my oldest son never really had a problem like being social.
Okay.
But see, on the flip side with my youngest son, the thing is with him, it's like, okay, he was born in 2017, so you know he's about to be 5 this year. But when he's coming into his toddler ages, COVID started. So, he's not getting that chance to, you know, be around kids his age,
I see what you're saying.
or barely anybody besides us.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like totally honest. So,
yeah.
But the things that we have him doing now, like with the therapies and now, it's like I can see him thriving in that because like it's giving him a chance to be around other people besides us.
Right.
You know, because it's literally, you know, me, his mom, his sister, his brother, and his grandmothers, and his granddads. But that's so, you know, far in between that. That's really all.
And say, like I said, with my son, it's the opposite. Like he would see some kids, and he would try to play, but the way he plays, you know, it's more so with that child to set how
Okay.
he
Yeah.
play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's more
Yep.
so
I
like
know
my son
exactly what you're saying.
don't mind engaging. It just he engages in such a different
Yep.
way
I know exactly
that
what you're saying, bro.
the other
I know
kid
exactly
will
what you're
pick
saying.
up on it, and he'll maybe like
Yeah,
like
I
I'm
know
gonna give you an example.
exactly what you're saying.
My sister Brittany Smith, shout out to you, sis, I love you. Her son is like maybe 2 or 3 years older than mine. You know what I'm saying? And one day it was a holiday. We got together. We had kids over, and Jules just playing. But at that time when he played with toys, he wouldn't play with the toys the way you're supposed to play with them.
Okay.
He was like if you have a car, he'll probably just he'll turn it upside down and just running around.
Exactly.
And I'm looking at her, my nephew, how he's looking at it. He's looking at it like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And
Exactly
that kind of was like, I was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Definitely.
right.
Definitely. I definitely can relate
Yeah,
to
you
that
know what I'm saying?
with my oldest son.
Right.
Because like I was saying, my oldest son, he's taller than me now.
Oh wow, okay.
So
mine's too, man. It's like everything you're saying I can relate to.
Yeah, bro.
My oldest one, he's like, I get him. I'm like, now just stand to him, and he's still. I'm like, man, you taller than me. I'll say it inside. You know what I'm saying?
6 feet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add a picture. I'm thinking about putting a picture, and we'll put a picture of your son in here.
Yeah,
too,
that's dope. No problem. That's perfect.
But yeah, my son, he was big for his age already.
Okay.
And then, like you said, the fact that he ain't got no problem, engaging with other kids, but it's like the way he plays, what they accept. And I was in the same boat, brother. I take him places like to the park and stuff. I'm like, I'm watching him, but I'm also watching people's reaction to him.
Exactly.
Because it's something else that I learned through the years too, like something called stemming. I think I'm saying it right.
Yeah, you are. You're saying it right. That's the correct term.
And it's like they,
I know exactly what you mean.
They'll flap their hands or something.
Right,
And my son, sometimes he was doing that with the flapping his hands.
Right.
And this is my oldest son I'm talking about. And then other times, he's always keep a pen.
Right. Okay. My son does too.
Okay.
My son does too, but he likes straws. He does straws.
Okay.
And my son's stem is like, I'm gonna give you an example. When he had the car, instead he'll slide across the floor, kind of wild, different. Then he'll pick it up and he'll just grab the car and he'll run across his face, and his eyes is naturally he'll just keep doing it. I guess it's some type of that was his stem. He'll grab the car. He'll grab the car. And I noticed my nephew looking at him, and I was like, well, I'm just observing. I'm just seeing at the same time.
My youngest son does some of those things.
Wow.
Now, so it's like, we right on time with this. And next month is Autism Awareness Month anyway. So it's like we're right on time with this.
Yeah.
But I definitely noticed that, and those were the things that I be looking at, and how other people looking at my son. So it's like, I'm here, I'm doing, I'm father and son at the park, but I gotta watch other kids because I want to know how y'all, receiving my son, because he has no problem being himself, and I love him for that. I love you, Jay. Love you, Cameron. You know what I mean? He ain't got no problem being himself. So, but being a parent, bro, I'm looking, I'm looking at how everybody, looking at him, and But over the years, it's gotten better. As far as me, being, because I do feel that in certain areas, I may have been just a tab or two overprotective. But I just know that it's a cold world out here, bro.
Yeah, it is,
and
man.
it's like it's like I'm trying to shield them from certain things, but it's like I gotta educate them about stuff too.
Right.
Because,
bro, we're not gonna be here forever. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I have 2 kids with another woman in a previous relationship. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing. My oldest 2, they're good. They're, you know what I'm saying? They're normal. The oldest one's he'll be 14 this year. My baby boy my middle son, next to the middle son, he'll be 10 this year. You know what I'm saying? Love you, Chauncey. Love you, Cameron. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I always told them I tell them even when they come over, they know that he's different. And I tell them look, I want y'all to look out for him. I want y'all to see this. I want to educate y'all. Y'all know he's autistic. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to see this. So that's your brother. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to take care of him. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And I try to instill that into him. I try to instill that into them. That's your blood brother. You see what's going on. He's gonna need you. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to be in his life. I want y'all to be tight with him.
I definitely see what
You
you're
know what I'm
saying,
saying?
bro.
But yeah, so that's one thing I do try to preach to them.
Oh yeah,
when they come
yeah.
over to visit. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, bro, my daughter doesn't have it.
Okay.
So it's like I got her like in the middle.
What she's
she in the middle.
She's in the middle.
Yeah,
Okay.
she in the middle. Okay. So, but she's but like she knew her big brother was different, but like over the years, like even because they're in 7th, 6th grade now. Right. So over the years, she's noticing that she sees other people.
Got you.
Like her brother. So
Got you.
Now finding out, years later that her youngest brother has it too. It's like right. It's like she's in a place where she's familiar with it now. Right, so it's like you said, that I'm preaching that to her too. Yeah, like right. This is brothers. Yeah, don't let nobody be exactly trying to be sneaking talking about they might not connect with the the slick talking. Exactly. Exactly. That's what you there for. Exactly. I say your big brother, if anything, get physical. Exactly. Right. Exactly. He ain't gonna he ain't have a problem doing that. Right. But yeah, we ain't resorting to that. But this family, these are kids we talking about. Exactly. So, but I definitely, like you said, I preached that to her too. Like, man, these are your brothers, and got to. But with my oldest son, the thing is, like, even though like I can't, like, it's like all the friends that I remember him having is like people from school, and it's like maybe one or two people in his in the class that he go to for autism, right? But he grew up in well, he's still growing up, but like he grew up in the pre-COVID world, so that's true. Exactly. I had him around all my cousins, right. All my older cousins, younger cousins. They seen him grow, so he he know people, exactly, like that, and like even like over the years, like especially when he was going to Walcoats, like we would go places and he would see people like from his class and they speaking to him, hey Jay, right. And these would be people that don't have autism. Exactly. You know what I mean? Right, so I was like, okay, like I see, like it's like because it's still becoming very acceptable. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And another thing, it's becoming acceptable. People are starting to a lot of people have knowledge of autism now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's coming around. It's slowly coming around. And a part of the awareness and the acceptance. I was talking to a good friend of mine, and he gave me a different spin on the acceptance part of it. Like, not saying like one way of looking at it is like making sure they're accepted into society. Right. But he gave me a spin, and I was like, man, I ain't think about it this way. Right. It's parents that be in denial about their child. Yeah, those people. And that's a part of acceptance too. Like, accept it for what it is. That's you know what I mean? And like not try to shy away from it. Right. Like he brought that to me, and I was like, man, I ain't think about it that way. Right. But like I remember like. And that's why, that's why it's good to raise awareness about it, because you need to make it normal. You need, what I'm saying, autism. You need to make it normal where people won't have to feel the need to shop from it. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, it happens. You know, it's going on, and we just got to learn how, like I said, accept it, and be good with it. Yeah. So we got to make it like we doing now. We got to have a platform for it. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. So let people know that you're not the only ones out there like this. Yeah, exactly. You're not the only ones going through this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that like not making light of the situation, but they will be okay. Right. You know what I mean? Like, that's like kind of a big fear. Yes. As a parent, like right. I'm always thinking, man, like I hope nobody ain't mistreat my child. Right. Right. Like even with my daughter that doesn't have autism, I always got that thought. But with my sons that do, like it's kind of intensified. Yeah, almost. Exactly. And his mom is talking about pit bull. Like, I remember one day, my son, like, I'm playing the past 3-4 days, like, we get ready to take him to school, because he go to school for like 3 hours a day. Right. You know what I'm saying? And lately he start crying when we start putting his clothes on. You know what I'm saying? And we was like, okay, what's going on? Like, you don't want to go? We're thinking, he's getting older. Maybe he's having a tough time to get up in the morning now. You know what I'm saying? But that ticked her off. Like, okay, she emailed the teacher right then, like, yeah, Jules is crying before he goes to school while he puts his clothes on. Is there something going on in the class? And so yeah, we be on it, man. Yeah, as you should. Yes, definitely, bro. We don't play no games. You know what I'm saying? Teachers to other parents to we just it's zero tolerance. You know what I'm saying? Zero tolerance with it. Oh yeah. we kind of answered some of the questions that I got, like even just by talking. But
That's
I mean,
cool, man. I mean,
cool,
that's how
man.
we flowed into it naturally,
Oh, yeah,
you know.
definitely.
We built naturally. That's dope. You know?
Oh, here's a good one. So take me back to your son's first day of school.
Okay.
And how was that experience?
I mean, like I said, it was good. You know, he was excited. I think he knew he was going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? He knew something was different. He like I said, he's very smart. My son is very smart. He can pick up on things easily. He's very intelligent, highly intelligent. You know what I'm saying? But no, he was fine. You know, and like I said, social wise, we don't worry about him as far as him engaging other people or engaging new situations because he welcomes it. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really bad. You know what I'm saying? It was more so like as far as our perspective wise, it was just he need this. We want him to get. He need this experience. You know what I'm saying? He's getting older. Oh, yeah. So it was positive. His first day of school, it was very positive. We was cool. We was happy about it. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't scared. There wasn't no fear. It was just let's get them out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's start building. Let's find a place to build on. That's what we was ready for.
I ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong. I cried like a damn baby.
You cried, man?
I ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong, bro. I left my little man
I
in there.
feel you, man.
My little
I
big man in
understand,
there, man. And I'm looking like, man, like I knew this day was coming, man. But like, man, I still ain't ready. I'm like, damn, he 5, but still, man, like already, like I'm, you know what I mean? I'm used to having him with me every day or whatever. But he did have the, the experience in daycare.
Okay.
So he wasn't, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
He didn't, like, I know a lot of kids that went to Head Start programs like that. And those programs are real good, but sometimes, like, at the right daycare, you get that same, you know what I mean, kind of experience. I got you, yeah. So it's like, that's kind of like what he got, so.
And we just couldn't do it, man. We couldn't do daycare. We were just so, once we found out about it, and we knew that, he's autistic, man, special needs. We didn't do daycare at all. We just said we was gonna wait until he got to school. We just didn't trust people. We didn't trust
definitely,
our
man.
people. You know what I'm saying? So we was like, nah. We even rearranged our jobs. He would quit her job just so we could have somebody, to stay home. You know what I'm saying? Until we figure out a better way of getting it done. But yeah, we did not do daycare at all.
I'm about to take a break for this train. My homeboy told me to be careful about this train.
I got you.
I'm gonna take a little break. All right.